Federal, state, and local partnership to try and curb record violence on the streets of Rochester. The 60-day initiative is now over. So, did it work? Here's News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey.
Well, Deanna, the short answer is kind of. Police are finding a lot of the people who they believe are behind a bulk of these shootings. But here's the problem. Many of them are still ending up back on the streets because the majority of cases are still being prosecuted locally, which means if bail is set at all, it's low enough that most suspects are posting it. When the feds announced the Viper initiative back in July, they also promised to review every single gun arrest for possible federal prosecution. In the 60 days since that announcement, there have been 101 gun arrests made in Monroe County. The U.S. Attorney's Office has taken just 19 of those cases. The other 82 are being prosecuted by the DA's office.
We're getting guys with guns, we're getting guys with repeated offenses, murder charges, guns, and rearresting them multiple times.
The hope was that the feds would prosecute more of the cases because they can hold suspects longer.
Unfortunately, there's a limited capacity sometimes of that, and some just go to state charges, and we know criminal justice reform is what it is.
Case in point, a situation the fugitive task force ran into over the weekend.
It had already been charged with murder once, it had already been charged in a car chase and possession of another weapon, and he was back out in the streets on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And the yin and the yang there, do we wait till Monday and maybe this guy kills someone over the weekend? He's already shown a propensity towards violence. Do I call in deputies and marshal members and put them at risk and take them away from their family? But that's exactly what we did on a Saturday.
This particular case the sheriff's talking about, that would have been the third time that the task force had arrested this individual since the original murder charge.
The task force estimates at least a third of the suspects they've picked up in the last 60 days are already back out on the streets.
We're in it for the long haul, especially with this violent crime going on. We're going to continue to do our best to keep this community safe.
And try to build trust with those who live in it.
When we make an arrest, a lot of times we'll see people, looking at us, across the street or down the block, and we're approaching them. We're going up and kind of informing them why we're in the neighborhood.
And while the Viper initiative is over, our local team of law enforcers still plan to maintain a similar presence. And they're still paying increased amounts, anywhere from $200 to $2,000 for tips.